What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Queen Sugar, Season 4, Episode 7 of Several Centuries. I believe that is the title. Y'all, y'all, how many times have I got to compare this show to Good Times? How many times do I need to compare this show to Good Times? It's like as soon as you think one good thing is happening, then they are brought right back down. It's like their good times last a hot second. So when they have them, they got to hold on to them. You know, it could be something small as I got a splinter out my toe today. It could be something small as I got matching curtains for the counters, you know what I'm saying? So it don't look like it's clashing here in my kitchen. It could be something small as that one little wayward hair finally laid down today. You looking fine as a what? Good times, anytime you meet a payment. Good times, anytime you need a friend. Good times, anytime you're down from under. Not getting hassled, not getting hustled. Keeping your head above water. Making a way when you can. The temporary layoff. Good time, easy credit rip off. Good times, scratching and surviving. That's probably not what they said. I think they said something else. They said, yeah, scratching and jiving. Good, no scratching and surviving. Good times, ain't we lucky we got 'em. Do. Good times. Yeah. That's basically this should be this theme song. That should be the theme song for this show. Last week we saw Charlie at the campaign house. Somebody threw a brick in her window, right? They letting her know we don't want your kind around here with these the shenanigans that you're trying to bring people together and save the world complex. We don't want that, Charlie boy alone. So this is what's going on now. Now we finna fuck with your family. We know they mean so much to you, so dear to you. We're going to tear everything that y'all work so hard for apart. This is what's going to happen. We're over here with Ralph Angel on the farm. Police every single where, okay? Why the police there? They got Benny hemmed the fuck up. Claim he riding around with 20 bags of meth. Black folks don't sell meth. Get the fuck out of here. We don't have meth houses, but they say Benny rolling around with 20 bags of meth. Okay, and they gonna lock his ass up. Now you know good and god doggone well Benny is on probation. Ralph Angel's like, so he just riding around, y'all just happen to stop him. Oh, they got an anonymous tip. Apparently that's been going around a lot lately. They've been getting anonymous tips. And Ralph Angel was like, you know I got cameras all over this mug, right? The officer, I think his name is Ditry or something like that, I forgot his damn name. He like, really? Do they work? You check them all the time. You make sure that they on. Letting them know I don't fuck with your cameras and my body cam ain't on either. So you know what I'm saying? So we finna get Benny. We're gonna get you too, because if he got drugs on the property, you can get in trouble as well. But see, this is a violation of Benny's parole, which means that if they start looking at him going down for drugs on the facility for the re-entry program, that's gonna fuck with Ralph Angel's re-entry program. Now, I mean, it's hell and high water going on. Hell and high water. So, Ralph Angel happened to call up Deja. I think that's her name. Y'all still ain't told me what this woman's name is. Erica Tazzle. They gonna call her up. She come over and she helped get Benny out of jail. For now. They gonna fight it tooth and nail, she said, though. We not gonna let these motherfuckers tear you down like that. You work too hard for this. Okay? So, but the main thing is Benny is out. We just don't want you to give up. Benny say, I ain't giving up. I just don't know what I would be without y'all. Like, y'all got me right now. And I don't know where I would be if y'all wasn't around. So, later today, Eric was supposed to come back later on. She came back a little quicker than Ralph Angel expected. He's like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, I found out down at the courthouse, the jailhouse, the preacher house, rock house, whatever house I was in, you about to go under review. Because if this is fucking with Benny's probation, it's gonna fuck with you, like I said. So your program, your re-entry program that you just started, the re-entry program you didn't even want to do, is about to be under review. Ain't that some shit? And they could tear it all apart from you. You could lose all your government funding, which is help funding that farm right now. All your parolees gonna have to go find something else, do something else, which means they probably end up back in jail. You about to be tore the fuck down. But they just said, Erica Taz or whatever her name is. It's the same thing I was saying on The Handmaid's Tale. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down fighting. I'm gonna go down fighting. Somebody gotta be taken down with me. If I'm going down, if you taking everything I got, let me give you a fight to go with that. That's what we gonna do. And Ralph Angel is so gracious that she is around, and I'm gracious that she around right now. Like somebody is on their team, so but she finna go tooth and nail with the powers that be to help Ralph Angel keep his re-entry program and effectively that farm. Pretty much Darla. Oh God bless America. Darla. Darla goes into work and you hear them around the water cooler. Always around the water cooler in these corporate businesses. Around the water cooler laughing and sniggling. They got the book, Blood and is it a book? I don't know what the Blood and Blessings laying there on her desk, face down, open to the chapter of the Father story. Like Darla say, everybody with common sense gonna put two and two together. No, that's me. You know what I'm saying? They laugh and sneak. Oh, she said. They made sure they had some brothers, a woman, a black guy, white guy, all of them there laughing and sniggling. I don't know if the brother was a black or Latino. He's a black Latino. That's what he looked like to me. They laughing and sniggling at her demise. Now, the one white dude, he looked like he was scared to really laugh and chuckle. And Darla is doing everything in her to stand there strong in the face of this humility. She's shaking, she's trembling. She want to just beat the shit out of something. Nova, preferably, but something. So she turns around like, hey, how y'all doing? Good morning, right? You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Yeah, you fucking bitches, right? So Darla calls up Ralph Angel, and of course he doesn't answer because she don't know that Ralph Angel going through his own shit right now. But at the same time, even if he wasn't going through his own shit, she needed somebody that she could depend on. And Ralph Angel had always been that person for her. And now that they're going through this situation with Blue again, who wasn't in this episode, but now that they're going through this situation with Blue again, she feel like she got her friend back. That I could lean on him again, but he couldn't answer. She calls up old dude. I forgot his name, Leo. She calls up Leo. And Leo was like, hey, I don't want you to think that way. She's like, they hear me, they laughing at me. They making fun of me. He's like, oh, I don't think that way. She's like, oh, you don't believe me. And he's sitting there with this look to me that I read the book too. Now I'm side-eyeing you as well. But I don't want to be too judgmental because I know how fragile you are. So I'm not really going to say much at all. That's the way Leo was looking to me, right? So she's like, you don't believe me. He's like, it's not that I don't believe you. She said, I heard them. I didn't think these things. I heard them. And he cut her off. He's like, no, I believe you. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Okay. And she was just like, I'm finally trying to get myself back together. And she literally breaking down in front of his eyes. And he's sitting there like, you need to call Marlene. I called you. You supposed to be my man. I want your support right now. She said, I'm not fragile. I'm not broken. I'm just bent right now. And I'm upset. That's what I am. And I want to talk to my man, my friend, about the fact that I'm upset. I don't need Marlene. I don't need my sponsor right now. He was like, all right. She said, okay, cool. Gotcha. You know what? Thanks for coming. And he just bounced up out of there. That's what lets me believe that he read the book too and was like, he just rolled. He rolled. I know she was dismissing him, but come on now. She called you for a reason. She called you for some type of support, a shoulder to lean on. She didn't call you to be a blocker. is what she's saying. Now, I'm not too sure about that, Darla. I'm worried as fuck about you and your addiction and you falling back prey to that shit. But in this particular instance, I knew what you was calling Leo for. You wanted a fucking friend. You didn't need a blocker between you and the drugs, in that addiction. You didn't need that blocker, is what you're saying. And Leo, it just showed to us, or to me at least, and to you, I believe. I mean, I don't know how the rest of the world saw that he can't be that person for you. He wanted her to think of better times and good times, and just think of some. We can't let our past define us. All of us, all of us addicts, we go through this stage before. And there people go with that generalization. I told you I hate when my therapist did it. Don't generalize me. I'm talking about me right now. I'm talking about me. Fuck what everybody else going through. Because she was saying, it's so many steps to work through. It's just hard right now, trying to process all this shit and deal with this shit and walk through this in the face of humiliation. Got to go to work and everybody in the office laughing and sniggling around you. And you know what they're talking about because you hear it. You hear it with your own ears. You're not speculating what they're saying. You hear it, right? And he just couldn't be that support for her. Thank you for coming. Have a nice day. Mica didn't have much of a storyline. He was basically involved with Charlie this episode. Hollywood. Last week episode, I was over on Random TV Reviews channel with Lynette and Stanley, and I was down there in the comment section with the rest of the congregation. And a few people on that channel didn't understand that when Aunt Vi said she needed space, what that really meant. They thought that she just didn't want to be touched by Hollywood. No, baby, she needed space, separation. As Lynette explained it, as I thought so too, she wanted to be away from the man she just married, the man that she loved so dearly. Well, Aunt Vi say that she don't want to be touched by the man that she loved because she's still being touched by the man that she hate. She can still feel his touch on her. Oh, that's some deep shit. That's some deep, powerful shit. But see, it all came out, Roberta kept asking her, well, where's Hollywood? Where's Hollywood? Where's Hollywood? I found out he over there with his mama. She getting old. She getting up there. She your age, Vi. What the fuck you talking about? She getting old and up there. He need to go take care of his mama. And she old and up there. She your age, girl. Your age. But okay, that's the excuse we're gonna use. He need to go take care of his aging mama for a little bit. She getting up there in years. Roberta ain't buying it. They lock up shop, go out the back door. Then all of a sudden you hear you hear the car door shutting. Boom, boom, boom. Then all of a sudden you hear the back door open up. And then somebody coming in with a black hoodie on and a baseball bat and tears Aunt Vi's prize pies and diner up. Flipping tables, knocking down napkin holders. It's a gnat in my house. It's driving me crazy. And if I catch that, some of my bitches gonna die today. Oh. If I start swatting shit, y'all know. Hopefully I don't knock my camera over in the process. But it's getting on my nerves. So anyway, Aunt Vi and Roberta walks back in the next day to see all the chaos, all the destruction of the restaurant. Vi just trying to hold it together. I'm good. I've been through worse. I got this. Well, ain't you gonna call Hollywood? She takes out her phone and looks at it with no intent of calling him. That was just a front for Roberta. I know that. And then puts it back in the pocket and say, no, he with his mama. He with his mama right now. Aunt Vi's a stubborn woman. Very stubborn. She don't even want the man to be there in the times that she really need him to be. But like I say, she put the phone back up and she said, let's get the cleaning. Charlie come on through like, what happened here? Her and Michael, they're walking around like, oh my gosh, Aunt Vi, what do you need? I got you. What do you need, right? They give her their hugs and everything. And Charlie constantly asks her about, where's Hollywood? And Aunt Vi keep consistently saying, I'm good. That ain't the question. That's not the question. I said, where is Hollywood? Eventually, Aunt Vi says, me and Wood, we good. I'm the problem. And she explains to her about the Jimmy Dale situation. And Ralph Angel, he gonna make his way over there a little later because he, like I said, he dealing with that bullshit at the farm, right? He gonna make his way over there a little later, and now Vibes like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. She trying to convince herself of that. She trying to convince herself of that. And Charlie, when Ralph Angel come in, Charlie said, "Hey, I got a little something. Let's step out here for a second." Well, Charlie and Ralph went out, and come to find out, Charlie contacted either an investigator or at least the people that works the pharmacy across the street, and they brought over their laptop. They got cameras for they go back the past couple weeks, and on that camera they see Hank Williams, I think his name was the white dude that's working with Jacob, his new business partner, right? Charlie recognized him in the photos. Apparently, he been coming around the shop, the restaurant, taking pictures. Why you watching us, bro? Why are you watching us? Now, I'm not sure how far along we are into this campaign, but at least for a couple weeks now, he's been watching Aunt Vi's Prize Pies and Dinah. And then he got a clear shot. I'm like, yeah, Charlie said, yeah, that's him. That's him right there. Okay. So they able to go back through the footage, roll footage, and they see who the person was who vandalized it. That's Joaquin. Who was Joaquin? Ignacio's son. Ignacio, the one who used to work at the farm that was taken away by immigrations. That's who they see. Oh, well, damn. Ralph Angel say, we can't do this to their family. The mama just lost Ignacio and her son. We can't take another kid away from her by sending that young man to jail. We can't do it. So Charlie said, that's fine. Okay, I got something for that ass. I got something. So Charlie goes over to their house, and the pastor's there. And they sit down with Joaquin's mama and tell him, look here, I don't want you. I want to know who you did it and why you did it. Who you did it for and why you did it. He lets them know some man approached him with $500 and wanted them to destroy the shop. And he said, I can't do that. Surprisingly so. He said, I can't do that. And then the guy said, well, if you don't do that, I'm going to have your mama in the same place as your daddy. Threatening with immigration, to ICE to break into them and take her away as well. So he went ahead and trashed the place just like the man asked. Okay. Earlier, Charlie had went over to St. Thomas and speak to the councilwoman over there about trying to join forces together so they could work on the highway. And she was like, I don't trust you, sis. You used to be one of the Landrys. You had all your shares over there. Charlie said she dissolved her shares. I don't know when it happened. I was surprised. Because I just swore just a couple episodes ago, Charlie was like, why I'm not getting in on the board meetings. Remember, because Jacob Boudreaux was taking over the board. He had got extra shares from Sam Landry. So he was in the board meetings, but Charlie wasn't allowed to go to the board meetings. But if you don't have shares anymore, then why would you be interested in the board meetings? So that kind of threw me off. So really now you're just an employee of them is what you're telling us. But she said she dissolved her shares, okay? And the girl said, look here, I'd rather be stabbed in the back by my enemies than one of my own. So I don't think that I'm going to work with you. Okay, until you could tell me why the highway is all of a sudden going through St. Joe's now, then no, sis, we ain't got nothing coming. We're not going to work together. They acting like it's Charlie's fault, like she the one who rerouted it. But since she was working with the Landers, you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. That's how people looking at her. She said, I read your sister's book. I know your duality that you like to express. And Charlie said, no, that's all in the past. It's all in the past. It was just a year ago, but that's okay. We're going to roll with that. But after they found out from Joaquin what happened, Charlie brings Joaquin over to Aunt Vi. And Aunt Vi like, look, I ain't been talking to this little boy. She said, just give him a chance. Let her explain. So Joaquin coming there is like, Miss Bordelon, and I did it for my mama. Vi say, stop right there, young man. She already knew what was finna happen. She already knew that this young man had been threatened and blackmailed. She already knew he didn't need to talk no more. She had to gather herself. She said, we're going to do this like they did back in the day. Back in the tunnel. We're going to do like they did back then. You're going to work this shit off. You're going to come here 3 days a week and on the weekend until you work off all the damage. He's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm going to do. So they walk out into the diner and The whole Latino community is there, helping to clean up. I was like, okay, we already had Prosper and Cordell come through early, and they gonna grab a mop and a broom. Mike was out there working. Charlie was out there working. Like I said, Ralph Angel came by a little late. So everybody was out there. It was like a family unit. Everybody from different sides of the fence that came together. And Charlie said, you know what? I'm gonna use this to my advantage. I'm gonna use this to my advantage. Now we're gonna go over to who am I gonna go over there to? We're gonna go over to Nova real quick. Nova's still out on the road. She's in Philadelphia now. And she's doing an interview. And that show, I can't think of the name of it. The one that goes through all the celebrities' genealogy and exposes information about their family, the history that they didn't know. They found some information that Nova Bordelon's roots aren't as strong, fertile, as they could be, or as she think they are, or something of that nature. And she's like, I want to know if we can get permission to use this on the show today. Nova took the information, read it, and said, oh, hell to the hell no. No, we're not going to use that. This is supposed to be about my maternal family. We're not going to use this information. What's going on, Nova? They glossed over there real good, y'all. You know, see, they never came back to that. What is in this documentation that we need to know? If it's not about your maternal family, then who is it about? This is about your roots. Now, a lot of y'all have been suspecting that Aunt Vi is Nova's real mother. I've never thought that, but the more y'all say it, it makes me raise my eyebrows, because I still didn't see the little baby tag. I saw a hospital band that I thought was Aunt Vi's after she got beat up by Jimmy Dale, but y'all saying that there was a hospital band for a baby. Okay, so did Aunt Vi's baby die? If the baby didn't die, is the baby Nova? That's a theory that you guys have put out there. I've seen it in a lot of other comments on a lot of other channels as well. I don't know. But whatever it is, Nova don't want to talk about it. Not here, not today. No, ma'am, Pam. We're not going to talk about that. I want to know what that is, okay? I want to know what that is. Let's get off this fucking book and let's talk about what this secret is, Nova Bordelon. Since you're exposing secrets, let's talk about this secret here. Because evidently it has everything to do with you. Okay, now they were able to uncover another relative, because Nova thought that she was the last relative from her mother. So whatever this information is, got to do with her daddy's side of the family. So this is Trudy's cousin. They was uncovered. She's alive. She lives right outside of New Orleans. She's been alive all this time. Nova is very happy about that. And unless the rest of the family watched the interview, they ain't talked to her in months, she said. They don't know this information. There's another auntie out there. I forgot what her name was, but of course, Nova gonna go find her. She kind of looked like Aunt Vi to me, even though it's not that side of the family. In the meantime, Nova's coming out of the interview, and guess who she runs into? Calvin. Hey, Calvin. Okay. I swear every single time they put her and Calvin on screen together, the chemistry is explosive. The way that they convey their attraction and love for each other, or lust for each other, or desire for each other, let's go with desire for each other, is undeniable in both of their expressions. Undeniable. And Nova all in love all over again. She all in love all over again. Now she was just all caught up with Freddie Creed last week, just a couple of days ago back in Atlanta. Now she back in love with Calvin again, which truly she ain't never stopped loving Calvin. But she invites him to lunch. They have a good time playing pool. She explained to him about what's going on with the family. He don't feel no ways tired about his name being mentioned in the book. All he was happy to know that he was the love of her life. And like I said, she talked about the family not being there. He's like, you out here alone by yourself on this tour, doing this solo project. She was like, yeah. It's like he understands her, He understands her. I think he's probably another person that wasn't trying to get anything from her. Like I said with Robert, No, Dr. Robert, Dr. Joe. He was trying to get something from her. Chantal was trying to get something for her. Freddie Cree was trying to get something from her. In Calvin's case, she was always using him. She was always using him. You know what I'm saying? But we got that black and white situation going on in a very, what's the word I want to say? In a town, a climate that race relations is not the best. She's in love with a white man who used to be a married white man. So let's not forget that shit. That I don't absolve her of that shit either. But Calvin's divorced now. He's moved on. He doesn't even move to Baton Rouge. He just happened to be up in Philly because he started his own little bodyguard service, you know. But they get together for lunch and exchange, you know, desireful looks across from each other again. And they said their goodbyes when they were leaving the hotel. It didn't seem to me as Calvin was saying goodbye, but it seemed like Nova was saying, this is it, bro, but goodbye. But he showed up at her room later on that night, and they basically decided that they still love each other, that they want to try it again. We had got a lot of things wrong, but we've both grown up. We're different people now. I'm divorced now. You know what I'm saying? Nova ain't changed. I don't know what the fuck she grew up from. She ain't fucking changed. But he thinks she has, and she say she has as well. We're bigger and better people now. Nova don't even know how to, like, love for real, I don't think, as far as a relationship is concerned. She in and out of him so motherfucking fast. They gonna start dating. They gonna try to keep the physical out of the equation and get to know these new versions of themselves and see if they are compatible as their old versions were. It may be more. So her and Calvin finna get back together. We finna bring Calvin back into the storyline, apparently so. And then she moving on to the next city. She moving on. So we go back to Charlie. Charlie confronts JB, Jacob Boudreaux, about Hank. What the fuck he doing around my auntie's place? Jacob sitting there looking stupid. And Charlie like, you know what, my bad. You came to me, you tried to warn me, you said this was bigger than I knew. And I talked to you kind of rude. I was kind of harsh with you, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting there back like, y'all, you sure did. So, you know, Charlie going on with her to bring him up. She said, look here. Did she tell him we need to work together? He said, look, you running against me. She said, you know, people got common interests. We try to come together and unite. And I think that we should do that. He was like, stay in your lane, girl, right? Pretty much. So she had them this folder. She learned from the pastor that Hank wasn't just Jacob Boudreaux's business partner. He works for World Energy. World Energy, they drill for gas? Whatever. They was out there surveying the land for the prison. They found some gas deposits, so they finna come there and do some fracking. I don't know what fracking is. Let me look up fracking, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the real definition of fracking. But it got something to do with gas, and this shit sound illegal. The word fracking just sound illegal for me. Fracking. Freaking fracking. Fracking is the process of injecting liquid at high pressures into subterranean rocks, boreholes, etc., so as to force open existing fissures to extract oil or gas. So there's oil under St. Joe's is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Why is fracking bad? In addition to air and water pollution, fracking also increases the potential for oil spills, which can harm the soil and surrounding vegetation. Fracking may cause earthquakes due to high pressure used to extract oil and gas from the rocks and the storage of excess wastewater on a site. Charlie said that basically with this fracking, they are going to turn St. Joe into a damn ghost town. You're going to have oil fissures and shit popping up and gas sprouting up all out of the damn land, destroying the crop and the vegetation. And the highway is going to be there to move equipment in and out of St. Joe's. That's why I got taken out of St. Thomas. St. Thomas must not have these deposits that One World Energy or World Energy needs, right? So Jacob basically, broke it all down and told Charlie all the information. He thought that she really knew something, but he broke it all right down. She finally gave him the folder. He opened up and it said, "Thanks, bitches." Got him. He said, "Oh, okay. You think I'm gonna let you play me for a fool? You think I'm gonna let you play me for a fool?" She said, "No, you ain't playing. You seem to already be one, sir." Okay. Well, he stormed out of there all mad, so it's about to get ugly with the Landry and the Boudreaux in regards to this damn oil and this gas that's they want to drill about of St. Joe's. So Charlie, like I said, she had the bright idea early there while they was all working there together in Aunt Vi's restaurant to bring the communities together. So they decided to do a silent protest. They had the news out there. The news showed up at the forum. They showed up, I think, at the church. And they showed up at Charlie's, or they showed up at the restaurant and Charlie's campaign house. Everybody dressed in the Louisiana flag colors with they terms. I think it was confidence. Was it confidence? Union, and something else. I can't think of what the last one was. Everybody in their t-shirts. You got the councilwoman from St. Thomas, you got the pastor from the Latino community, and you got Charlie Boyd alone representing St. Joe's. You know what I'm saying? You got them all there. I think Romero was there too. I know Ralph Angel by all them standing there on the front line together, united. Well, Ralph Angel wasn't there. He was at the other place with Benny and them, because they all over. And they doing this little silent protest, hold hands across America type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Charlie said her little piece, and the councilman from St. Thomas said her little piece, and basically said, "We ain't going no motherfucking where. We gonna fight to the death, son. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do." That's the end of this episode, y'all. Good times, temporary layoff. Good times. Charlie at home with Mica. The phone ringing. Her cell phone blowing up. Sound like Mica's phone was blowing up. And the house, the landline that nobody calls. Who called on the phone? Charlie answers the cell phone because she know that's Prosper. The mill is on fire. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Good time. These motherfuckers can't win. They can't win for losing, y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Peace.